Hey, what's up? We're ex-ambassadors. We're here at Universal Music Group, and we couldn't be more excited to meet these folks today.
What up?
What up?
Yeah. Hey guys.
Good to meet you.
Yeah, awesome to meet you.
Yeah. Thank you guys for being here.
Pleasure.
Love that.
Thank you.
Honestly,
Thank you so much.
Oh, dude. Yo, thanks for having us. Yeah, seriously. Back at you. I'm excited to do this with you guys for real.
All right.
Do we have chairs for everybody?
You guys are LA based,
Yeah. Yeah. Highland Park, Hollywood.
East Hollywood.
Nice.
All up in the East
Nice.
LA.
Oh, in the
Yeah,
East
we're all east, well, except for Casey. Casey's
Yeah.
in Hollywood Hills.
Yeah.
Oh, in the hills.
You guys
Nice.
started in New York, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we lived in Brooklyn for close to 10 years, like 9 years.
Crazy.
And that's where we first started playing. But Casey and I are originally from upstate New York.
Okay.
Where we played, I mean, we're brothers. We played in bands together when we were in high school and middle school. And
Right.
met Adam when we moved to New York.
Okay.
And
I'm
that's
from here originally.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What were you doing in New York?
We went to the New School, which is like a liberal. We went to Eugene Lane, which is a liberal arts school, which was cool. But I wanted to play music the whole time. I kind of like went
Were
to
you
college
majoring
because I
in, like-
didn't know what else. I was a biology major.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know what else to do, and of course I met these guys like the first day.
Yeah, our goal to,
Nice.
yeah. I mean, my goal moving to New York was to be in a place where I could like start a band.
Sure. Yeah.
And then Casey moved out a year after we met at college, and then we started playing music right then and there.
Awesome. Do you guys like LA? What do you feel about the LA versus New York thing?
We love it. I mean,
all
he's from
about
here,
it. A little better
so
weather.
Yeah.
I think you got like mixed emotions.
For bands, New York is the hardest place in the world to be a band.
Yeah.
Because like you guys know, in the early days when you're paying for the gas yourself and we didn't have a van, so we were like carrying drum sets on the subways, keyboard, like
Totally,
full back line on the subway
Right.
to go play like in a basement to nobody. So it's way harder to like
Yeah.
do that, way more uncomfortable, I should say.
Right.
Because growing up in LA, I would borrow my mom's car and could put all the gear in it and drive there, and if it was like a bust, it wasn't that big of a deal.
Right.
But it's like there's
We got really good at we had all of this is before like Uber and Lyft and everything.
Yeah, that's
we had all of the car company numbers for every single like little enclave in every different neighborhood in
Right.
Brooklyn, because we
smart.
would be in all different places.
and they would
you could
all
go.
not pick you up because you had so much gear and so much stuff. And
Yeah.
You
Right.
would like have to request a minivan. And
Yeah.
it would not show up.
Yeah.
Whole thing.
So how long have you guys lived in LA then?
About
2 years.
Oh, okay.
I've been here 3 years. He's got
Nice.
Yeah.
Dude,
Enjoying the weather a little bit.
Yeah?
honestly,
amazing.
it just blows my mind that it's like, I mean, it's the second biggest city in North America, and yet there's all this nature around, and you get
Right.
space and
Yeah.
quiet and stuff. It's crazy to me.
Yeah.
Best thing about it, I think, for us is we realized 3 or 4 years ago. I mean, we were coming out here so often because our label is out here, Interscope is out here, and
Sure.
our producer at the time was out here, and I was also starting to do some other writing sessions for other artists out here, and I just was whenever we weren't on tour, if I had 2 weeks off tour, 1 week would be in New York and 1 week would be in LA.
Right.
So it just started making less and less sense for us to be based in New York.
Yeah.
But the songwriting community out here, I'm sure you guys know this.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
cool, man.
And that just doesn't exist in New York anymore.
Really?
And it's so important to have that community of other creatives around all the time to just, if anything, to have to kind of create your own little brain trust of people who you can bounce ideas off of and give you honest opinions about things. You know?
Right.
It's important to have.
Yeah, we were talking about that the other day. It's getting expensive here too, but it's so expensive in New York. It's kind of hard to have that starving artist mentality, for
Yeah.
I know.
some
Listen,
of the
I think
creativity out of
the
the
tides are
city.
turning a little bit, because it is now everyone is moving out here.
That's true, yeah.
So it's pushing everything
only-
up,
right.
and New York is kind of like, whoa, wait, hold on. We're still cool. Come back. We'll drop this price a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
So. But
So we just wanted to say thank you so much for having us. It's
Oh
an
my
honor.
God.
Yeah,
Thank you guys so
Thank you
write
guys
such
for
great
having us.
songs, and we've heard you on the radio for years now.
Thank you.
And
So you guys, I listened to your stuff, and you guys have gotten some radio play too recently.
yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
K-Rock's played us a little bit. We've
That's
had some
so great,
support in
man.
San Diego. KLOS it was nice enough to have us on, and
We know everybody at those stations very well. They're really, really awesome.
Very
Very,
nice, yeah.
very loyal and very
That's
loyal,
true.
and they really are all about bringing young up and coming bands up.
yeah,
You know.
yeah, we're stoked. It gave us goosebumps being played on those
I bet.
stations.
Isn't it cool? It's the coolest, man.
So yeah, thank you so much. And I guess we wanted to maybe just hear a little bit about some of the tipping points, like in your guys' story. You started
Yeah,
in
for sure.
New York, and some of the times in your career where you were like, okay, that was a moment where things shifted a little bit. Because we'd love to get some insights on those parts of your
Yeah,
career.
there have been a lot of those.
Yeah.
It's such a topsy-turvy industry, as you guys know.
Right.
For us, we started this band in 2006, 2007. I'd say conservatively 2007. Yeah, 2007. And we didn't sign a record deal until 2013. That was
6 years.
6 years
Wow. Yeah.
of just
hustle.
grinding,
Yeah.
grinding. It wasn't even until 2011 that we actually got management and booking. So we spent so much time just kind of figuring things out on our own and doing sneaky stuff all the time. Like I remember, so we create one of the things that I feel like I'm the most proud of what we did.
It
is
was
we were having so much trouble booking gigs in New York, and no
Right.
one would respond to any of my emails. And I had a friend who was in a band that was like pretty successful in New York at the time. And he was like, just create a fake manager email and email these
Right.
venues
Yeah.
with like very short, like, hey, I got this band, X Ambassadors, looking to open for so-and-so artist on this date. Let me know. We'd be happy to do first of three. Here's a link to the music. Thanks so much. Just
Yeah.
curt, just
Yeah.
very to the
Very
point.
blunt,
And
yeah.
people got back to me.
Yeah. Wow. Seems so much more official.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we booked shows out.
G.
We booked our first shows at Mercury Lounge through that method.
Nice.
So that was like a big
right.
breakthrough, kind of realizing that how creative and scrappy you gotta be
Right.
at the very beginning. And honestly, that mentality, keeping that mentality throughout is really important, because you will always it will always work to your advantage to think like that at every stage, at every step of the way.
Right.
Another big turning point for us was, I think, on our first tour,
Yeah.
opening up for Lights when we did that.
That was
Yeah.
awesome.
The Alter TV thing.
Oh yeah, so Sam said we didn't have a booking agent for years. We were booking through Paul, whatever.
Paul Lewis.
Paul Lewis is the name of the fake manager.
It's been a pleasure working
Do you
with
guys have his email?
I got him.
100%. Yeah.
Paul Lewis at
I think he's
Gmail.
retired now, though.
He's in a startup.
But yeah, so we got kind of like connected with our manager through a woman, Samantha Cox at BMI, and then through our manager we got connected with our booking agent, David Galea, who's been amazing, and he put us on this tour with Lights, which is like our first real tour ever. We were, in a van, no trailer, no tour manager, or we had our friend tour managing who had no idea what he was doing.
Yeah.
He just basically like helped drive and carry stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Sure.
Lots of terrible things happened on the tour. We got bed bugs. We left a safe with all our cash in a hotel room. Lots of bad things happened, but lots of amazing things happened too.
so
And
fun.
one of them was, at that point, we had the mentality of just taking any and every opportunity, no matter what. It meant, we were driving, so we weren't on a bus. So if it meant getting up at 2 a.m. to get to the next city by 8 a.m. to do an acoustic performance for some kid's YouTube channel that doesn't even get that many views, we'd do it. And we did one for this, I don't know if it's a YouTube channel or company, It was like a YouTube
No, it was a
show.
blog.
It was like a blog called
okay.
Alter TV.
Based out of Pittsburgh.
Based out of Pittsburgh. It's just like an acoustic performance. When we did it, it was cool, but it wasn't like, oh, something's gonna come from this. And so we took all those opportunities, and that is how we, through a very roundabout way, the dudes from Imagine Dragons got turned on to us through a radio station in Virginia, but then went online to look at like live performances and saw the performance of that we did on Alter TV.
Nice.
And they saw that and were like, we want to get these guys signed. And so
Nice.
they brought us to Alex the Kid and Interscope, and we got a call a couple weeks later and started, talking to the label. And so I think, a big thing is there's so many hopeless times, or times where it's like, man, I'd rather sleep than go play this stupid YouTube show,
Right.
or whatever it might be. And usually, there have been other times where the same thing has happened, where it's like something that, we could have easily said no to, that had
Right.
an extremely important result come from it.
Right. Yeah,
And
you never
there's
know.
lots of those things. So that's like the number one way we've gotten through every, kind of tipping point or hard time, is by taking every opportunity and treating every opportunity like it's the most important thing in the world, because it really can be. And you totally never know. And with every success we've had, quite literally, we haven't known before that. It wasn't like we did Renegades and we were like, okay, we're like gonna have a smash or Unsteady.
Yeah.
None of those times were we like, oh, we're good. It's gonna be.
We're
like
set,
a
yeah.
smash. It was like
It was out for a while too.
Unsteady
Yeah.
had been out for 2 years already
Really?
Wow.
before it got played on the radio.
Wow.
yeah.
And it was like, it was on an EP before the album. And yeah, it was just one of those things where the timing was right. We got a sync that was very lucky, and that helped kind of propel things a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, Renegades too. That was the situation where we were writing music. We were just writing all the time, and playing that balance between just going with any idea that anyone had, and then also still writing music that we felt challenged us and was exciting to us.
Yeah.
But just going with anything. I get a call from Alex, our producer, and he's like, "Hey, I had an idea for a song called Renegade or Renegades. Try writing something to that." And I was like, "Cool, great." And so I wrote like there were
They're like four.
no, there were a lot. There were like 13
really?
or 14.
I only heard 4 of them.
versions
Yeah.
of it.
Really?
That were all kind of little ideas, and then we eventually landed on one that felt good. And as I was working on it, he was like, "There's a Jeep campaign that you might want to use the song." And when the song was done, it was down. When we went to shoot the commercial, they also wanted an alternate version of "This Land Is Your Land." A cover of that, which we also recorded.
I listened to that actually recently.
Shot 2 different versions of the commercial, one with us performing that song, and then one with us performing Renegades. And they decided to go with Renegades, and that was the kind of turning point for that.
Syncs have always been crucial for us, I have to admit. Even in the
Yeah.
beginning, even with the song that got on the radio in Virginia that eventually led to Imagine Dragons hearing us, that was originally because someone had heard our song placed on, I think it was One Tree Hill,
Yeah.
wasn't it? And then put it on their Spotify list, and then from there someone else heard it, and it just was a chain of
snowballed, yeah.
connections. Yeah.
But like also, it's important to just know and be okay with the fact that nothing is foolproof. We had a song called Jungle that was in this big.
That's his favorite song.
Yeah, I love that one.
Love that one. Thank you. And it was in this huge Beats by Dre headphone campaign. It was part of the World Cup.
Seemed
The
like-
commercial was everywhere. Jay-Z did a remix of it. It was insane. It was everywhere. And then it just didn't work at radio.
Yeah.
The radio stations just, I don't even know if they tried playing it, but it just didn't work.
Yeah.
And so this thing that we all thought was going to be like, oh my God, this is it. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
okay, cool. Just fizzled out, So you never, again, you never know. And that's just part of it. That's part of it, and the important thing is to just always be creating and challenging your own expectations of your sound and what you guys think you should sound like or shouldn't sound like.
Right.
Because we didn't know that our sound was going to be defined by this like folky kind of acoustic jam. We had no idea.
Right. Yeah, thanks. That's great advice, and thanks for getting so candid. How are we on time? Because I'd like to ask them a couple more questions about themselves, but I also want to hear what they
we're
think
good.
about us. 9 minutes?
Yeah.
About now.
Oh, yeah.
About 9.
Very
Who's
diplomatic.
the sing? I want to know who sings.
Okay, I'm the singer.
You're the
Yeah,
singer.
and guitar.
Has anyone told you you sound like Tom Petty?
No, that's a great compliment.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
I've got
The body. Body
like that.
Body like that.
That's true.
You sound exactly.
Oh,
like
thank
Tom
you so
Petty.
much.
That's
That's one of his favorite artists right there. So,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
See, represent.
It's like what got me into music. Yeah.
Really?
When I
Yeah.
was-
Dude,
Yeah.
I've gotten the
R.I.P.,
Cars
what
a couple
great,
times.
man. That's
Yeah,
Some
oh,
of
yeah,
our
for
earlier
sure.
stuff, I got the deeper kind of thing. But
Yep.
yeah, Body Like That, I'm definitely doing the higher voice.
Yeah. It sounds great, man.
Oh, thank you so much.
I love the vibe. I love the vibe. The energy is awesome.
Thank you. And that's actually what since we only got 9 minutes left or so, we'd love to hear, any feedback that you have on any of the music that you've heard from us, or our sound, our look, our vibe overall.
I love it. I love it. I think that honestly, like, I would have to really dive into to everything to give serious like
Critique,
critiques
feedback.
about
That's
everything.
it. First glance, you guys are definitely doing a lot of things right, though. Yeah. Thanks for real.
Yeah.
No, but for real, I think that what I was saying before about just writing and allowing yourself, even if you have a song, so say you have a song like Body Like That, right? That seems like it's done some great things for you guys. You might not necessarily have a next single that is gonna be more popular, it's gonna sound like that. It might sound totally different.
Right.
So I think just keeping yourself open and available to changing your sound,
Yeah.
doing anything, like for us, with this new record that we've been working on, the way we started the process of writing it was just by saying, okay, let's not worry about sounding like anything. I know we had some success at alternative radio. Maybe we're not going to make an alternative record. Maybe it's going to be a pop record. Maybe it's going to be a soul record. Who knows? Let's just like write music that moves us.
Yeah.
Just keep doing that.
Yeah.
And also, like, I think, do you guys do any co-writes at all?
We've flirted with it a little bit, but
Flirt more with it.
Okay.
Flirt more with it, because I'm telling you, like, you guys are great songwriters, and VHS, we did pretty much all on our own with our producer kind of like working as like an editor.
Right.
With my lyric and top line. I'd send him stuff and he'd say, no, yes, no, yes.
Yeah.
But this community here in LA is so rich with creative people, and it's so fun to watch other people work and realize that we all kind of work the same way.
Yeah, right.
It's nice. It makes you feel a little less isolated, especially as a band. It's
Yeah.
hard being a band now.
That's true.
Really hard.
Yeah.
This is like not the world for bands right now. It's just not.
Right.
So
Yeah.
true.
So to find that sense of community is really important,
Okay.
and I think we'll. It's definitely for me. I can tell you, this year and with this new album, I've been doing a lot more co-writing with other like lyricists and melodic people, and it's so fun.
Yeah.
It gets you out of your comfort zone. It gets you out of your head.
Right.
And you can just. I think. I can speak for myself right here. I know that I am constantly in need of validation.
Sure. Oh, for sure.
Constantly.
Yeah, same. For sure.
So to be able to sit across from someone and come up with a little line and someone say like, "Oh, that's really cool."
Yeah.
Really? Oh, okay. All right.
What is it?
Great.
Yeah.
But
Cool. I
particularly
can
if,
just
if-
forget about it.
Kind of
I
that
can
instant
leave it.
feedback.
but especially if
Yeah.
it's the type of person who will tell you, nah, that's not a good one.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah,
honest.
Yeah, I have to
Yeah,
trust
yeah.
That's the other thing. So just I know you're looking for advice. Something we've learned is the no BS. So like it's very easy to hurt each other's feelings with saying no or with giving feedback.
Yeah.
But it's such a humongous waste of time. Like, let's say you write a song, right? And you think it's great. You guys don't. You think it's, you're too close to it, so you can't really have perspective. If you guys say it's great, you'll keep working on it, and you're gonna be, polishing a turd. Just in this example.
Right.
But if you guys said no, your feelings would be hurt for a couple hours, and then you'd go write something new, and maybe that's gonna be like the amazing thing.
Right.
So like, just be comfortable. I don't know the dynamics of the band, but leave like the ego at the door, and like even if it means killing your something you love.
Yeah, something
you gotta just do it.
Yeah.
And it feels like a waste of time.
Right.
Or like it happens all the time where I'm like, I used to say it's cool when I thought it wasn't.
Yeah.
And then he would work on it, and then
You go, I hate
then it
this.
would not turn into anything.
Uh-huh.
And I think it's like really useful for your bandmates and for each other to have like, because like Casey said, if someone says no all the time, it means they're not just going to be trying to please you. And it means when they say yes, it's so much more valuable.
Yeah.
Right.
Because if someone just says yes to everything,
You don't trust
we go
them.
into with tons of producers like that.
Right.
It's like, okay, this is not what we want.
Yeah.
When someone's like, this is super whack, like this sucks, then I'm like, okay, at least I know they're going to be honest with us.
Yeah.
And that maybe hurts for a second.
But
But as you
Yeah.
get less attached to everything and you can just be objective, you'll produce so much more stuff. And that's really, for us at least, it's all about like creating lots of things, some that are terrible, some that are great, and then throwing the terrible stuff away and keeping the great things and doing that again until you have 12 great things and you put a record out.
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
Keep playing shows too.
That's huge. Yeah, for us, that was always
Especially
crucial.
for
Invest all your money that you make if you have day jobs or any sort of gig, just like put it back into the band,
Touring,
put gas in the van or whatever, or
So
buy gear or invest in whatever,
Right.
yeah.
YouTube ads or something.
Sean just
Right.
got a new American Strat.
Oh,
Yeah, it's got
dude.
super
Nice.
reverb.
Yeah,
Sounds
dude.
amazing.
Yeah, dude.
That's what I'm
Just keep
saying.
investing in it because, like, if you buy a $800 guitar, that might seem expensive, but then if you write a hit song on it, it's like the best investment of all time.
Yeah.
I also feel like this, no one ever talks about, but it's so crucial in this day and age to learn how to at least do some basic producing and engineering on your
Yeah.
computer, and like so you can record stuff that sounds professional.
Yeah. Do you guys do any of your own? Yeah.
Yeah, we all kind of do our own production, which is, and then for me, I even in high school, I kind of realized that if anyone was going to put weight behind what I'm doing, it would be me first.
Yeah, exactly.
So
So important.
so I try to produce it as far as I can, and then we take it into the studio
Yeah.
and
yeah.
really
Finish it up.
finish it
Yeah.
up.
Cool.
Dope.
Yeah. I mean, you guys are doing great
Yeah.
stuff.
Honestly,
Thank you.
yeah.
Already. It was like funny coming into this. I didn't even really know what advice we could give you guys because it seems like you're doing everything.
Oh, that means the
Great.
world.
Your advice was
Yeah, it's just about do it, not giving up. That's the other, like,
Yeah.
cliche, banal advice that everyone will give you, but like there's a million times where we like, we went into the studio and owed the studio like $100 grand, and we were playing shows for $200, and it was like, okay, we're just never
Never
gonna
gonna
make it, and like, but we didn't give up, and then it worked out. So like,
Right. Yeah.
just like when it seems really hopeless, just keep going.
Yeah, hearing that you guys started in, you said 2008?
2007.
2007, and that you didn't really, start, moving the needle until like
Yeah.
2011.
We've been
or so.
we've
Not
been
even
in for over a
2013.
decade.
Yeah, I
We're
guess that's
and we're making our second album right now.
Right. Yeah. Crazy.
We were our first album out in 2015. Like it's been a long, long haul.
That's really motivating, though, to hear.
Yeah, no, it is.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
Like
awesome.
you said, not give up and just keep at it.
Yeah.
And I think we all.
It ages us a little bit, but whatever.
Yeah, it makes us wiser, I
Yeah.
prefer to
We're gonna
think,
stay
yeah?
young pretty forever.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
great.
Oh, thanks.
People like a
But
little-
yeah, we all love it. We'll be doing music no matter what.
Yeah.
That's also, that's the main thing. You guys are gonna be all right then. If you're doing it because you love it, that's the crucial part.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Well, guys, thanks
Oh,
so
man.
much
Thank
you. Of course. Thank
from
you,
the
guys.
Eiffels
Thank you
to
so
the
much.
ex-ambassadors. I mean, you guys you guys, the advice was crazy.
Yeah.
Thank you
It's
so
awesome talking to you guys.
And good luck with Project Aloft Star.
Thank you.
Break a leg.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much. We're looking
Yeah,
forward to
you
it.
guys
Of course.
will,
Thank you, dudes.
Pleasure.
Great to meet you.
you guys will be all right, man. You'll be all right.
Guys are gonna go far.
Very, very nice
Real.
to meet you. Very nice to meet you.
Such a pleasure, man.
Yeah, man.
Love the
Appreciate
the
the
advice.
Yeah, no,
thank
yours
you guys.
too,
Oh,
yeah.
this is a work in progress. Thank you.
Hell
so
yeah.
much.
Yeah, take it easy, G. It was great talking with you, man.